Yeah, no.
It depends on the child and the family. I won't take out the family.
Yeah.
But then we've seen a father and a mother raise the worst kids. They are both in the household. And we've seen single mothers raise excellent children.
I would like to give credit to single mothers raising good kids, because I'll be like, you don't have a partner and you're doing this. So it's like a shame for two people
like that are not. Nollywood actor Jim Iyke recently claimed that single mothers cannot raise proper men. And I begin to wonder, what do you mean about that? This situation had actually brought about different reaction from people. Some agreed to it, while some felt like, no, definitely not. We have women that has raised great men in the society. I'm alright on Babatunde, yours for Veegilants Podcast, and you know what we do here. We talk about civic matters, and we also talk from other people's perspective. And when I mean other people, I'm referring to you that you're watching me right now, because we're here because of you, and we're here to talk on your behalf. And you know I don't do this alone, because why would I do this alone? I have my girl, let's just say it. I just got back from Ghana, so let me bring that vibe in. I am my girl, my favorite person, Olaiton Adebayo. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm okay.
I just love how you hype me. It always molds
I'm looking forward to the day that you're going to hype me. Actually,
I think I'll take a mental note for that.
All right. So before we go on, let's see a video from Ekaf TV where he interviewed some ladies who are single mothers, and let's just hear their opinion about single motherhood.
I just want him to take responsibility on his children, their schooling, their feeding, even if we should divide it 50-50.
How did you become a single mother?
I met this guy when I was very young. So I had my first child from when I was in secondary school. So after the baby, that was when I started noticing the red flag. He actually denied at first. But
He denied your pregnancy?
Yes, he denied.
Did you guys do DNA before he accepted the baby?
No DNA, because he knew he was lying, denying the pregnancy. He knew he was the owner of the baby, because he knows I am not a wayward person. After the first child, we were separate. We can be together for 1 year, another 6 months, we broke up, we have issues, because he womanizes a lot. And after he did his own drama, the first child, we left. I already made my decision that I will not have another baby. Let me just be carrying my first, because my first child is 10 years apart, his brother. So he came back begging that he has changed though. And I never wanted to be a single mom. So I gave him a second chance. And the second chance was not worth it. Because here I am now, a single mom of 2.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Oluwatomise.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Why did you become a baby mama?
No one has ever asked me this question before. Why I become baby mama is not something that I really wanted to do. Not that I want to. Not that I determined that I will be a single mom. I was actually in a serious relationship with my baby father before I got pregnant. And I don't think abortion is the next option for me. We're both ready. He likes the fact that I was pregnant. Not that we did it to be pregnant. No.
It was a mistake?
Yes, it was a mistake. I don't think abortion is the next thing. So we had to just take it through. While my baby was born, he was still dead till she was a year and 3 months, or a year and 6 months or so. That was when everything starts. I now become a single mom.
Why did he change?
I can't say I did anything. Okay, yeah, I remember I told him I wanted to go back to school, finish from Kwara State Polytechnic. So I wanted to go back to school, and I explained to him that I would like to further more. And he was like, no, that he can't take that. I want to go to school because I'm the first graduate in my family, and I want to make them proud.
What if eventually you don't get a man to marry with your baby?
I'm proud of it. I have a job now, and I'm an hardworking person. I will continue to take care of her till when God takes my life.
So currently, are you open to a relationship? If you see
I'm open to a serious relationship.
Do you have a spec, maybe qualities you are looking for in a man?
I'm not a selective person. I just want somebody serious, good looking and smell nice. Have this quality that, yes, you are a man. I don't need you to be driving Benz or building houses, or I just want you to be serious and have good thing you are doing for yourself.
Okay, was this the kind of qualities you were looking for in a man about 7 years ago before you had your baby?
No.
Or it was because of your current status that made you want to settle for just anything?
No.
Can you marry a single mother?
It all depends on the context. How did she become a single mother? So it depends on how she became a single mother. By mistake, obviously that is her own decision. She chose that path. I cannot marry such woman.
Right. So looking at that video, there's society stereotypes when it comes to single mothers. It is either people feel like it is their mistake, they made the mistake themselves, or probably they just feel like they are not worthy to raise real men, like Jim Iyke said, and or probably they just feel like it's difficult for them to find men who would love them with their child. So I'd like to ask you, after looking at this video, what do you think about it? And there's a particular man who said that I can't be with a woman that has a child, especially if the mistake she made it by herself, like looking at the context probably, and she made a mistake and got pregnant. I can't be with someone like that. But then we have a lot of single men out there who expect to marry even ladies that have never given birth before. So what can you say about this? Because this is pointing out society stereotype. What is your opinion about that?
Firstly, I'll take it from the angle of the guy. He said he can't marry somebody that has given birth before. Yeah. Because I'll look at it, many guys want, like single guys, people like probably even people that are divorced, the guy that has children out of wedlock, they feel, okay, fine, it's a normal thing for any lady to get married to me. So let's turn the table back. To single lady and to single mothers. They don't want to like get married to single mother. But okay, fine. It's your fault that you have kids outside. I'm moving back to the story of this girl. I wouldn't say what she tried to avoid the same mistake. Like, okay, her mother made, like, don't let me do this. It's not her fault. I would say the society. I would say it's the society that failed her. The society she found herself in. The guy actually failed her because she was trying all her best to not to have kids for different fathers, because some people will be like, okay, fine, you having kids for different fathers will not be like, there won't be unity among the kids. They'll like, you won't be able to control them and all that. And she tried to like avoid that. And when I actually watched the video to the end and I heard her age, she's just 29. She's 29 and she's actually like going through a lot different clips in that video. You see the fact that somebody said, oh, let me pay you 10,000 naira just to like sleep with you just because you want to feed your kids. Like she actually did all of that just because she wanted to like avoid like getting married to another person or having kids for a different person. So I wouldn't blame her because she tried to like avoid different mistakes. And then the first was a mistake. I will not blame her. But the second one, it's a mistake, but because she said it herself, I made a mistake twice. I was trying to avoid the mistake, but I made a mistake again. So I'm very sure she'll be blaming herself. And I think she said she wants to be alone right now. She doesn't want any man in the picture. She wants to like, because mostly girls, like single mothers, the moment they are with two kids or a kid and they just like they zone out, like, okay, fine. I really don't want man that want to take me with two kids. And it's because the society has already painted a picture like that. The moment you are with kids, they believe that, you can't say a man that will marry you with two kids. But the thing is, why do guys, okay, you are married with a kid or two kids, but you feel that, okay, fine, it's normal for you will not even go and ask a single mother out or somebody that has like probably
they look for single lady. It's not and fair. You expect also like I just feel it's like the society is generally unfair to ladies because come to think of it, you have a kid and then the person you're looking out for to be the mother to that kid is someone that has never given birth to before, that does not even know how this thing works. But when the tables turn,
function very well.
But when the table turn, you are like, okay, I can't be a father to a woman that already has a child outside. I can't be the father to that child. But then you want the same thing for yourself. And like just looking at this whole thing, and you talking about the fact that she made a mistake and the fact that the society does not even look at that situation that, okay, it might be a mistake that was not intentional. Let's look at this actress. She just gave birth recently, Bimpe Akintunde. she was, I don't know how the first child came to be that beautiful, sweetie, fine girl came to be. But then, after years now, she decided to give love a chance. She took her time. Yoruba will say that apakoto je kokinje baje.
They would definitely.
She really took her time before she got engaged with this man. And she didn't just date the man. They got married. And then she got pregnant and the story changed. Now she's back to being a single mother to 2 beautiful children. So in that situation, is it her fault? For her, she wanted a man over like a father figure in the house. Yeah. And I feel like this is why a lot of women put up with unnecessary things.
Yeah,
because they don't want the society to see them as single mothers.
Look at that girl. She actually the guy was living with his mother, is always mama's boy. He doesn't have a job that can take care of both kids. So, and they were even going back and forth. And I'm very sure because she wanted a stable home for her kids. Yeah. That was why she was going, because she was like, we can go for a year. Yeah. Come back together, go back. And both of you are still going back to his parent and his mother's place. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot.
Yeah, I'd like to know something. Moving away from this single mother, but it's still about family. Growing up as a child, what thing did you see your parent do that actually shaped your perspective about family?
Okay, I would say, because I really did not stay at home like that. I'm kind of a family person. But I would say the fact that they involve each other in everything, the fact that they want to bring everybody up to speed in everything, and even to extended family. Like when you see my family, you cannot know, this is my cousin, this is my personal, this is my niece, my nephew. And it's like one big family. And I think this has shaped my entire fine. I really want my people to be near me, and I say, how would I put it too? I feel fine. I really don't want to be without a father figure, because my mom has always been with a husband, and I know it might be a true thick and thin. Yeah. But there's some certain things that she did. I'm like, fine, no. I really cannot say I want to be single for the rest of my life, because there's some certain situations that she endured. Though the society will be like, you can just move on that. Yeah. But I think the society has painted a picture that once you're not getting what you want in marriage, apart from the beating and physical abuse and all of that, there's some certain things that we can endure. And I feel fine, that is what I want to hold on to.
All right. I think also looking at my family, it's just, a small family, and then a small family of 5, and seeing my dad and my mom, growing up, I could see that there's this love, and that's why I would say it anywhere. Like, my dad raised the standard, so I can't be in a place where I am not loved, because I've seen a man who showed love regardless of the situation. So you can't tell
why would I settle for somebody
why would I settle for someone who finds it difficult to be connected to themselves emotionally? Talk more of being connected to me emotionally. So I've seen a man do that. So I just feel like when it comes to being with a family, yes, I want a family where I have my husband, my beautiful kids are there and all that, and there is love and there is understanding. That is the kind of family that I really want to have. So I feel like the kind of family you come from also shapes your perspective about the society.
And not really, I wouldn't say that, because some people come from this loving family and you will see the way they behave, like,
are you loved at home?
Yeah, that's it. Because the way some girls do, like, are you really, really, really loved at home? And you'd be like, you were not starved of love at home, and still know you're still doing this.
Sincerely. Some would be in a domestic violent marriage and all that, and then they will still be like, I was the wrong one. Don't even
say marriage, say relationship.
In relationship.
The way we girls, big young girls nowadays, endure things inside relationship. I'll be like, fine. I know that they'll be like, when you are in your husband's house, there's certain things you must endure. I can say, I will want to understand you then. But now you are in a relationship that you can opt out anytime. You can be like, fine, I'm just going to time out this. I can't do this anymore. But still, you still stay there. Like, what is going on?
They are the wrong one. They did the wrong thing. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking about that Jim Iyke's matter, what was the first reaction when you first saw the statement? Because what got to me was like, fine, how can you even just type this thing? How can you even come out to the world and type this thing? So what was your own first reaction?
I think I was taken aback, because I know that is a very intelligent man.
Okay.
So, but then I want to believe that is his own opinion. It is not a fact.
Okay, but what did he say? Okay, fine. This is my opinion, or he just generalized it? He didn't
generalized it that women are built to nurture. They are not built to instill resilience and discipline in the child.
That word nurture got to me like.
Yeah, and I just feel like looking at the society, we have women that even in the home, they have a husband though, even in the home.
Yes, now.
The children fear them more than they fear their father. Like, for example, I'm from that home.
Yeah, just say it.
I'm from that home. Like, we love it when my dad is around. Not that my dad is not disciplined. My dad was a teacher. So he's a very disciplined man. But my dad was more welcoming. Like when it comes to you wanting to talk about stuff, my dad is always there to listen. You can ask questions over and over. My dad will answer you, but my mom will tell you, that's why I'm not a teacher. Or don't disturb me and all that. So in my family, we feared my mom. So it's not as though my dad was not instilling that resilience, that discipline. But my mom, there's just this
naturally.
It comes naturally. So it's not even about nurturing alone. We have women that are up to task. We have women that have raised great men. So are you trying to tell me that they were just raising men? And they were not raising proper men. Like, what are you telling me?
All these also like all shades of. I think
I feel like it's just this society stereotype that we're talking about.
That's it.
That's like, just because
if single mothers cannot raise let's generalize it. Women cannot raise proper men.
And
I would like to ask what the hell is
the definition of proper men?
Yeah.
Like looking at the whole thing, let's see what people said on the internet. Now, Laugh and Len said the mentality is degrading. Single mothers today are not like the women of old in wisdom, resilience, and emotional strength. Those older women were wise, emotionally strong, and better equipped to raise children. I think this person supports older generation. Yeah. Now, another person said, in as much as father figure is important in a child's life, you can't conclude that a woman can raise a male child well. That's not totally true. Now, another person said they play a show, but person will go turn out to be good pick. Go turn out to be good picking, irrespective of the background. Then someone said, this person is even a guy, in my opinion. A journalist said, but single dad can raise boys. Let me not say what he had there to that, actually. So another person agreed and said, it's honest facts. She can raise a good man, but not a proper man. And this brings us to the fact, like, what does a proper man, what does it mean?
Probably a proper man is somebody that can take charge. Why real men? Or like, what's the second one?
Like, why men? Real men are just, they're
just there. They're just mama's boy.
Like,
even people that are raised by their father, they're still mama's boy. So what are we saying?
Now, someone said that's the disadvantage of divorced women. That's a disadvantage divorced women deal with. It's hard for a divorced lady to remarry in Nigeria. Check all the female celebrities who divorce. Their partners, they hardly get remarried. They are just sex pleasure for single guys and married men. And I feel like this person just eats
like everything.
The whole thing.
Let me just round it off.
And this is just the exact thing that we see in the society. And like we said earlier, it's easy for a single man to say, okay, it's time for me to pick another wife.
And that is the most annoying.
It's very annoying.
And you be like, and the first be like, okay, fine. Why is it so easy for you to say, okay, fine, I want to get married to a single lady? Just and like probably a 60-year-old might still man will be like, okay, I want to get married to a 22 years old, and he will get married to just like, okay, if a guy that has been waiting for like a guy can just say that I'm getting married this year, and he will definitely get married this year. Let a lady say I will get married this year. The first will be like, oh,
do you want to marry yourself?
Okay, do you have someone you're dating? Oh, you don't have somebody you're dating. How do you intend to get married? Like, like a lot of even if you put God on, God can do like are you sure? Are you sure? Like it's Lord.
All right, so I'd like to know. We talked about the statement coming from the society stereotype that women cannot lead. That's just it. I think this comes from the aspect of women cannot lead. So if you cannot lead, that means you cannot you can't raise a man that can lead. And well, let's not talk too deep about that. Do you think this comment reflects global sentiment about this, or is just African cultural expectation?
I would say it's African, like Africa, because we have over there, like we have single mothers that raise different guys and well-to-do guys, and they don't really believe in the fact that women cannot lead. It might be, but the like percentage is not that high. Like when it comes to Africa, particularly when it comes to our country, the one we are in right now, Nigeria. Okay, in case you forgot. They believe that the moment a lady is single, she cannot raise proper men. Like the moment you are single, you cannot do well by your kids, you cannot even do well. And the fact that you don't have a husband, there's this disrespect that comes with it, like, luck only,
like at your age.
Fine, you're divorced. Like they won't blame the guy for so I feel it's like anything that happens within the home or anything is the girl, like the lady that they will blame. It's cultural. It's our African cultural thing that ladies, like you don't have a husband, you're meant to be respected because you have a husband. So as a lady, you cannot respect me for who I am, for my achievement, for what I'm doing. So I have to have somebody beside me.
Yeah, that makes you the proper African woman.
So let me just bring, so instead of proper men,
proper African woman.
That's a whole lot of rubbish and shade. So I was okay, fine. Do you think the way a child is raised in a single home is quite different from the way a child is raised in like a two-parent home?
No, in my perspective, no, it is not.
Yeah, because I actually agree with you on that.
It is not. It is not different. See, the thing is, when it comes to raising a child, there is no manual for raising a child.
Even if like watch different,
there is no manual. It depends on, like that person said, if a pikin will go, they're good.
Yeah, no.
It depends on the child and the family. I won't take out the family. Yeah. But then we've seen a father and a mother raise the worst kids. Mm-hmm. They are both in the house. We've seen single mothers raise excellent children.
I would like to give credit to single mothers raising good kids, because I'll be like, you don't have a partner and you're doing this. So it's like a shame for two people like that are not raising. So you guys are two. Two heads come together.
Let's even look back at this particular celebrity. She's known for being hardworking. She's known for being disciplined. Like, the funny thing is we're not close to her, but behind the scene and just looking at her, we know the kind of person she is. She's a disciplined person. I'm talking about Funke Akindele. Let's look at a kind of person.
Yeah.
Looking at her, I'm sure she's raising the best kids that you would ever think of. Mm-hmm. For someone to say, I don't want my children to be treated differently because of the kind of person that I am, shows a lot about the kind of person she is. We've seen, let's look at Iyabo Ojo, for example. Look at her kids. Look at her son. Mm-hmm. Look at her son. She raised a good guy. I'm not close to him, but just looking at the guy
it's not like we've seen scandals or anything.
The guy. Look at this woman, Biodun Okeowo. She has a boy and a girl. Like, before I even got to know that she has a son, it took a while. And she raised godly children.
So what are we saying?
So what are we saying? These are evidence. Evidence joke.
It's just
so why are you now coming out to say that single mothers cannot raise excellent children, but can single fathers? Can they raise?
It's a question mark for him. I think somebody should have okay, fine. So in your own opinion, single fathers, have we seen how many single fathers have we seen out there? Like, because the moment they are single, give or take.
2 years they are married.
2 years. Like a year or so, they'll be like, okay, coming down to our African stuff, as a guy, he needs somebody to support him. But let like a lady do that. It's like,
they'll be like, so you're waiting for your husband to die.
Or you're waiting for your husband to die.
That was why I said that the society at large is unfair.
That is why in this life, don't measure your whatever to what the society is saying. Do what pleases you. Do what works for you as a person, not because of, I saw this person. What would the society say?
The society does not give two shits about you.
Because if you do it right, they'll blame you.
If you do it wrong,
let me just do it the way I want and I'll be comfortable with it. Whatever works for you, that is your own opinion. The fact that you cannot come and meet me, and even come and meet me, don't try it.
Don't try.
Don't even try it.
I feel like to just wrap it up, I feel that the kind of family you come from, either a single father or a single mother, or you have both parents, it doesn't really change how a child is raised. It depends on the parent's perspective,
like the parenting style
and the parenting style. And like I said, there is no manual to raising a child.
I'm actually thinking of something. Probably I should write him like something, a worksheet on it, like a guide. 66 steps on how to
raise a child.
How to raise. I'll sell you.
Sincerely. Okay, so what do you think about single parents? This statement of they can't raise able-bodied or proper men. What is your own perspective of it? Like, do you really, let's take sentiment out of it. Let's take the fact that you're a woman out of it. Okay. Let's take your okay, why would he say that out of it?
Yeah. Okay.
From your standing point, what do you think about that? Do you think single mothers can really raise great men or proper men?
Okay. Firstly, I'll ask, okay, why is it that it's always centered around why do you think single mothers can raise boys or men? Why can't you say, okay, fine, do you think single mothers can raise girls, strong women? Why is it always centered around men? Why do we give men so much credit in this world? This is, I'm not, okay, you said I shouldn't talk from a girl's perspective or a lady, but then I will still speak on my normal perspective. Why are we giving so much credit to guys? Why is it, okay, fine, we feel that, guys are the only person that can achieve a lot of things. We see ladies out there, like, so doing great things that even guys cannot do. So I really don't buy the idea of, I don't go with the idea of, okay, fine, single mothers are unable to raise strong men. They can raise them, and they can raise strong women, and we have evidence in full ground, in choke. So we shouldn't just we shouldn't confirm our thinking or our mindset to the fact that single mothers cannot raise young great men.
In fact, we're supposed to praise them.
We are meant to praise them. We shouldn't discredit them because you're talking about that. They are meant to nurture. They are meant to you're discrediting those that single mothers that have raised great men out there. What do you want other people to think about? Do you want them to feel less of themselves? And we bringing out all it back to we ladies. Do you think single mothers cannot raise great girls? We are always giving so much attachment, so much greatness to guys. I'm not saying I hate guys. Yeah, I actually love them.
I feel like the fact that society made it look as though men should not cry. As a young boy, men don't cry. As much as the society is unfair on ladies, it's also unfair on the guys. But I feel like even in this unfair system, the men still have the upper hand because, men will tell you we can't open up, we can't be vulnerable because men are not supposed to be weak.
Okay.
Yeah. And then women are seen as, you can't do things properly without the guide of a man. But then where do we now coin this statement of behind a successful man, there's a strong woman behind him? And so is that not enough to tell you
like this?
So I think the society itself is even confused. Let's even go into the Bible. The first person that met Jesus when Jesus was alive, when Jesus
there's a song about that.
He's a woman. When the people of Israel, when they crossed the Red Sea, the first person to sing a psalm was a woman. So that's to tell, even the Bible said that God hovered around the deep of the sea. And when we talk about hovering, it means protecting. It also means that God's love to us is more of a mother's love. Yeah. So please tell me, why do we always see women as a second fiddle in the society?
Just imagine that, when maybe in a family that has about, let's say, 6 kids, and the last child is a male. From the first to the 5th child, female. The next, you see so much attention that will be given to a male child. Okay, you can't wash anything. And what are you trying to instill in that guy? And he will grow up to be one rubbish.
I'm telling you, while we were growing up, there's nothing like he's a boy in my own house. And my brother washed plates. My brother can cook. My mom does not care. And
I think I want to do that. I don't want a situation by
my mom does not care.
I want to give one preference to a child. If you like, be a boy, you are going to do everything.
It didn't work in our home because my brother cooks meal, and when my mom hears that a man is saying that I can't cook, my mom be like,
My son can
How
cook.
can you not cook? If you are living alone, who will cook for you?
Imagine.
Like, it doesn't just sit well with her.
I buy food outside. You know, when I get married, my girl's gotta go.
Bro, please.
I cannot
enter
meet
the
you.
kitchen.
Okay, let me paint this picture for you. When you see a child that is actually like doing rubbish and all of that, the first thing you see is people be like, oh, why are you doing like this? Where's your mother? They won't say, where's the father? So would you see the society like judge single mothers harshly than single fathers when it comes to raising children? Because the first will be like, your moida. You never hear them say, Baba moida.
Yeah.
The first will be like, your moida. Where's your mother? Why are you doing this? Your mother. But when it comes to when the child is doing rubbish when it comes to greatness,
is the father.
It's the father. Why do you think it's something like that? Do you think the society
I feel like
us?
Even in a family of the father is there, the mother is there, there's something about kids that Yoruba will say, see, if the child is behaving the wrong way, is the mother's child.
Yeah.
But when the child is on the path to greatness,
you now
is
say
the
like,
father's child.
When the father will be like, lo bomb so
yeah. So I feel like we are in a society where we dump everything bad on the women.
What did we do?
Like that, I don't know.
What did we do?
We have to ask them. So I feel like this is what we met, where they feel like women should take responsibility for every ill, because they believe that, okay, while the man is out there, and that is why I feel like even Jim Iyke might be confused. Men will tell you, I am a provider. All I have to do is go out and provide. But then it is your duty as a woman to train the child. So it shows that the person that plays the major part in training a child is still the woman. So why is it difficult for men to give that credit to a woman? It is just so difficult. And I feel like I said, it is still the society. It is still the stereotype of, okay, whenever things are bad, it is the woman's fault.
And I feel that because we agree to it, because this is our own generation. We are like, oh, the Gen Z generation. But we still find some people among us still
that we are still on that path.
Okay, it's our, like the old generation did it. Let's leave it that way. But no, some people will still bring it into
it's funny when the woman is pregnant, the man will be like, we are pregnant. When she gives birth, our child. But when the child starts misbehaving, go and talk to your child. Like, I feel like at that point,
the switch is so bad.
I think at that point, when I hear your child, no, our child, like, go talk to your child. To like,
don't even pin it on me.
Because when I was coming from my father's house, I didn't bring no child.
We created
the child together. So don't pin it on me. So when it comes to training a child, when it comes to raising a child, let's do it together.
And I think I really want to do that. Don't dump the train of children
thing on me. And don't say that, okay, it is your duty to do that. No,
it's not my duty. When you give birth to this child and you were like, oh my God, Lord, I thank you. I'm going to train this child. You were promising God that you train. Why is it that, okay, fine.
I'll train this child in the way of the Lord.
Train it. Please, I beg. Don't even put it on me. Hey.
All right. So I want to ask you, girl, what unique strength do you think children that are raised by single parents have?
Single parent, is it like the mother and the father?
Like either single father or single mother. What unique traits do you think they all have?
I would say being independent.
Yeah.
The fact that, you don't have a father, you don't have a mother. You don't have to rely on anybody. You don't have to rely on anybody. You actually stand on your own. And I think it's a good trait. Yeah. But in some way, it's actually a bad trait, because there are sometimes you need somebody to
help you. Yeah.
There's sometimes that you need somebody, okay, fine, let me lean on you for a little while. I can't do this all alone. And the fact that they'll go on with us like that trait every day and okay, I'm independent, I can do, but the moment they will break down, everything will just come crashing and they will chase people away from them. Let's say a guy meets somebody that is very strong, a lady that is independent and she cannot even lean on a guy for bro, let me just lean on this little bit. And she could, and I know that some guys actually like when their ladies are vulnerable a little bit to them. Like, my girl called and she was like, oh, but when you call them, okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, all right. That bossy. I'm not saying this is not always don't be a boss to somebody or don't be independent. Yeah. But then it's just like, okay, some guys want vulnerability, like be vulnerable. And so I would say in the sense of independence, that's a good trait. But we can also liken it to the fact that, okay, it's a bad trait in some sense because you won't be able to stay on your own.
And I feel, I think I also agree with you because God created every one of us. He didn't just create only you, because He knows that we are weak people and we need to lean on others. And I feel like one thing it also teaches them is resilience, and there's just this tenacity,
this drive, like, that no
matter what, I just have to achieve.
I must make it in this life.
Not because of anybody, but because of my mother,
because of my father,
because of my father who suffered so hard. I need to take care of them, and all that.
They will shut everybody out in that process. And one thing I want, I like saying is that not everybody will understand the fact that where you're coming from. Do you just want to meet somebody and be like, oh, because I'm doing this because my mother, I don't want her to. No.
And another thing is they have this beautiful bond with their parents.
And they have it. But then, okay, let's move on.
Let's just move on.
Sometimes, the society sometimes judge single parents. Yeah. So, do you think this stigma affects the children?
Yeah, it does. It does, because when they even act out of character, the next thing people will say is, now single mother raised you.
Damn.
So we're not expecting too much.
But actually, I haven't come across this kind of thing before.
But it happens. It happens and that's why you see them always trying to prove themselves at every point, because they don't just want you to look down on them. They don't want you to look down on their mother's efforts. Let's look at the society where they stay, probably their community. You see them they are always trying not to make the mistake their mother make. So you see them in their compound or in their community where they don't even want to interact with other people, because growing up as a child, people like you now have a father, me I have a father. It starts from even childhood.
Yeah.
So and those children that bullies you with it is not because they understand, it's because of what their parents have said in the house. So it means even as a child, you've started getting judged by your peers. Saying that, oh, me, I have a father, you don't have a father.
It's not everybody that can go.
You're not coming with your father. Me, I'm coming with my daddy. It starts from there.
Those kids about the beats them.
And those things just create this trauma in them where they don't want to associate with other people because they feel like they're not complete. Okay. And
the societies that we are, there's no the therapy. It's not well pronounced. Whenever I will chop, I go I want to do therapy. Hey.
All right.
So we've seen leaders, entrepreneurs, and professionals raised by single mothers. So what do you think drive their resilience?
Okay, so let's look at this. Let's start from Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Yeah, a video of him will be displayed, and I think I would even like the people to hear this.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah. The reason why I am the way I am is because my mom was strong.
As a single mother, I think we never knew how hard she was struggling.
Of course, there was disappointment. Damn, I thought Dad was coming to pick us up today. Or, damn, man, I ain't seen Dad in I don't know how long. He's not picking up the phone. He's not answering the calls. It may have affected my mom, but my mom was such a strong woman that she said, look, regardless of what your father's doing and where he is, I have a job to do in raising you.
She figured that if she can keep me off the streets, then I wouldn't turn out like him. She had more strength and fight in her than any woman that I've ever met. She's a beast. She's a different animal.
And she helped you out financially, didn't she?
Did. She supported me. I haven't paid my...
All right, so looking at that video, Kevin Hart said that his mom is a strong person. Okay. His father is alive, actually.
Alive, not dead.
He's not dead. Okay. His father is alive, but I think he was into a little bit of bad things.
Yeah,
there. And then he was in the prison for a larger part of his life, and his mother had to train them. And he said that my mom is strong. She's the strongest person I've ever known. You could hear from his interview where he was talking about it. It shows don't talk down on women. And we also have Cosmos Maduka. He's a Nigerian who has a good business and out there. He's a popular man that everybody know in the business world. This man was raised by a single mother.
Okay. So we are saying big names.
We are seeing big names. We have Kennedy Okonkwo. This man, when it comes to real estate in Nigeria, is one of the biggest men we have in the real estate world in Nigeria. And this man was raised by a single mother when his father died. These are men, real men, able-bodied men. Let's even talk about Barack Obama. Although he was, in between living with his grandparents and living with his mother, who later got remarried, but his father also died. He was majorly raised by a single mother, because I read through his story of how he was moving from his mother's side. At some point, his mother had to go move with him for about a year so as to train him. So I think he was doing his graduation then, so that she could be with him throughout that time, that he would take his exam. And then It was his mother. Let's talk about I think Jay-Z. Jay-Z said he was smoking. It was his mother's word that brought him back and was like, okay, I think I want to be a better person for myself. The mother bought him the first boombox as a musician. She told him, I won't kill your dream. Achieve whatever you want to do. This is what you want to do. Then go ahead and do that. Same thing Kevin Hart. He said, I wanted to be a comedian. I want to be an entertainer. The mother said, go and do what you want. I will support you. And there's this clip where he said he wanted to pay his rent. And then he was like, I need money. I want to pay for my rent. And the mother said, go read your Bible. And he called again over and over and she said, go read your Bible. And he was like, after opening the Bible later, he saw 6 months rent. That alone, what does it even teach you? It teaches you that, okay, I know my son does not read the Bible. And then there is one way I can take him back to that. Read your Bible. Yeah. If you study your Bible, you will see the money. And that's just it. Is that not discipline? You asking for him, okay, mom, it's already a month. They are about to beat me.
They might say it's babying.
Okay, it's babying. Okay.
No one was like, oh, this mother give him this month's rent.
Like, no, I think she told him that I'm just going to support you for a year. Yeah. If you do not make it between that 1 year, look for another career.
It's actually a normal thing for you to support your kids. And I would say I appreciate her for putting a timeline to it because if you don't succeed within this year, then we need to pick up. We've seen people that they won't study law and they'll force their kids, you must study law, only for them to come up with bad grades. I have a friend like that.
Some will even tell you that I want to be an artist. My parents, I'm just doing this for my parents. That says a lot. Okay, so I feel like at the end of the day, what matters is really not if you're raised by a father alone or a mother. What really matters is, were you raised with love? Were you properly nurtured? Were you taught how to be resilient in the face of everything? We should not put a tag to or stigmatization on single mothers or single fathers because they are out there doing wonderfully well. They are out there trying their best to make sure that their children feed. Imagine a woman selling akara just because she doesn't want to beg, because she doesn't want to sell her body.
And you're telling her that, okay, fine, she's not raising a Igbo. That's not even
the children are looking at their mother and they're seeing a strong woman and they just want to be a strong father for their children. So what are you trying to say?
Okay, I guess this is where a point where I would say, your opinion doesn't even matter. Whatever works for you, do it that way. If you think, okay, fine, your woman cannot raise
it's your problem.
Drink tea on it and move on.
And this is just to give a shout out to every single mother or single father out there that you're doing a wonderful job, and we're out here cheering you on. We might not know the backstories, but we're telling you and we're praying, we're hoping that better future that you always look forward to would definitely come. And that's, everything that you've sown, you're going to reap it. Trust me. Okay. And that will be all on today's episode of Veegilants Podcast, where we talk civic matters and discuss from other people's perspective. And with me has been Olaiton Adebayo, and I'm so glad to always have you on the show. And I am Olaiton Babatunde. Until the next, do have a wonderful weekend. But please, don't forget to comment, share your opinion about this. What do you think? Do you really think single mothers cannot raise proper men? Because I think they're doing wonderfully well. Bye.